Well, here we are in the gallery, and here is my most recent accomplishment painting that I just finished yesterday, and I wasn't sure if it was finished or not, but I think it is. I think it is. I've been hanging out with it now all afternoon, and here's the study. Here's the painting. So this is the newest piece I've made, and it is the first piece in this new series called Dreamscapes. So I'm going to have to sign this now that it's complete. And that's what I was talking to Omar last night. I'm not sure, do I want to sign it on the front, which is traditional, or do I want to sign it on the side or the back, which is what I have been doing with a lot of my work. And part of that is because I really, it's a surrendering of ego. Is it really, really important that when you look at the image, that my name be included in that image? I think it's important that people know that I'm the artist, but I don't think it's an integral part of this image. I don't know. I will probably end up signing it on the front. I probably will. But I was unsure about the resolution of the foreground. And I have a combination here of technique, of brush technique and palette knife technique. And the extender medium that I used when mixing these pigments is an impasto medium. And it lent itself really, really well to the palette knife application. And I'm not crazy about using it. I didn't like the way it's set up so much faster than the Zek. And Zek has been hard to find. Now, I went and picked up some materials today, and they had 2 tubes of Zek, which I haven't seen in forever and ever. And I only bought 1 tube. And I don't know if maybe I should go back and get the second tube before somebody else picks it up, so that I can use it, because I really like it. But if I can't get any more of it, what's the point of getting any more of it? But the Zek does behave differently with the pigment. So I don't know. But I'm very pleased about. I'm pleased about the subtle difference in tonal quality or in value between the Davies Gray and the Mars Black. And you can really see here, or I don't know, maybe you can't really see, maybe it's something that doesn't translate very well in video, but here. So the area around the shoreline over here, that's the Davies Gray. It's a little more muted. And then the area here, this is Mars Black. And that's very much what the image was like in my dream. And I'm very pleased with how that's translated. There's there's also some lead white, as well as some ultramarine blue. And the ultramarine blue reads particularly well in contrast to the Mars Black in the areas where it is less mixed. There's right in there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also very, very pleased with the way that the sky turned out. Clouds in my past have been something challenging. Everybody oh, clouds, clouds, clouds. Everybody loves clouds, whatever. And I've never really been able to capture sky in a way that has been acceptable to me. I've never been pleased about it. It's always turned out a little too, I don't know, cartoony. But I feel that maybe it was the impasto media that helped with this, gave more body to the pigment. I don't know, in the brush stroke. Although I worked into a lead white ground for this. So I mixed my pigment and then worked the pigment into the lead white ground, which was already applied. So it was a little bit different. And I wasn't exactly mixing my paint on the canvas, but some of the color did result from applying the mixed paint, the mixed medium, into the ground that was already applied. And it was almost like modeling, and I found that to be satisfying in the process, and I am pleased with the result, with the end result here. Now, there's a couple places where I feel like there's sloppiness of brush stroke, right there, that bothers me. There's a spot right there that bothers me. But, maybe I'm just being too nitpicky with my own work. I don't know. But when it comes down to the foreground, I wasn't sure I had enough contrast. I wasn't sure I had enough highlight in the rendering of the form here. And before, when I was talking about the study, and I was talking about not being sure how I felt about the read of the foreground, that kind of read like a boat, kind of read like a deck, and I didn't think I was okay with it reading as a boat. I've kind of pulled back from that because, after all, this isn't a representation of something in real life, although it may imply something in real life. It is a representation of a dream, and as such, dreams are interpretable. And in keeping with the spirit of a dream and a dreamscape as opposed to a landscape, I have left this ambiguous, and I've even when I put in the flooring here, I made like a herringbone pattern, which could read either as boards that have been laid in a herringbone pattern in squares on a deck, or boards that have been laid in a herringbone pattern on the bow of a wooden boat. So I've left that ambiguity there, and that was indeed intentional. It was very much intentional. So I think it's done, and I think I need to sign it. I learned some more about painting in doing this piece, things that I will address in my next two canvases. And I'm not sure, something I haven't decided yet is, am I going to work in order of the studies? Because like study 1 and study 2, which are top and bottom here, study 1 and study 2 are from two different dreams. And then study 3 and study 4 are from the same two dreams. So it goes back and forth between two different dreams. So I don't know, like, if I want to continue, if I want to work in this same palette again and work on study 3, translating study 3 onto canvas, or if I want to just go in order of the studies themselves and do Dreamscape number 2, because if I put these into a book as I am envisioning them, I'm going to have to, I think, go 1, 2, 3, 4 the way that they are numbered, right? Although I don't know, maybe I don't have to do anything. I don't know. Maybe I should just do the paintings and then worry about book formatting later. I don't know. All I know is that I am very, very pleased with this canvas. One thing that I noticed that does kind of irk me is that you can see a read-through crease from the previous painting that was started on here when you get up close to it or when you see it in person, and I didn't sand that well enough, and the impasto did not cover it. And I was hoping the impasto would cover it, which was why I opted to use the impasto over using the Zec, because I knew the impasto would be heavier, but it still read through the impasto. But I guess I'll just have to live with that. I guess that'll just have to be part of the story of this painting, huh? I guess it is. I guess it is part of the story of this painting that there was something before, and that something before was covered. Yeah. Anyway, I wonder how long this is going to take to dry. In the meantime, am I going to do more of these? Because I have no shortage of dream imagery that I can continue to create. So far I have 8. I finished the 8th one yesterday. Let's look at it. So this one down here in the corner here, this is an image from dream where I was burned alive, and it was the dream that was about Saint Larissa. And I quit having that dream. It was a recurring dream, and I quit having that dream. Let's go back and look at it some more. I quit having that dream after I learned the history, right? So I was thinking I need to do a couple more images from that dream, or at least one more image from that dream. One from the interior of the burning yurt. Oh my gosh. So that one's going to be a little more gruesome, huh? It is. That one's going to be gruesome. Although these two over here from the dream where I'm pretty sure I was in Sudan, these two here on the bottom, with all the dead bodies in the boats, they don't really read gruesome, do they? But they are. They are gruesome. I guess I won't know until I create the image. So there's that. And then these other 3 images are from 3 other different dreams entirely. So this one and this one are dreams I've had one time. This one is from a dream that I have had, not just recurring, but it's like an epic dream where there are installments, right? Where it starts in one place and more is revealed each time. Now, I haven't had any more of this dream. I haven't had this dream in about 5 years, but I'm not worried about it. I believe that I will have this dream again because it had been, I started having this dream when I was in middle school. Yes, I started having this dream when I was in middle school. And then I had it all through high school. And then halfway through college, I stopped having this dream. And I didn't have the dream again until we bought our house in Santa Rosa. So that was quite some time. That was almost 10 years. So it's been 5 years since I've had that dream, and I may go back to having that dream. I don't know. I may get to go back to that place. And I may have these 2 dreams again. I don't know. But I'm glad I haven't had that dream anymore. That dream was awful because I could smell burning bodies. Burning human beings don't smell good. No, they don't.